Welcome back, guys. If you're new here, I am creating a series of basic troubleshooting scenarios when it comes to working with Kubernetes in real life. Some of these problems could also be used as like a practice problem for CKA or CKAD because the underlying concepts would be the same. I'm starting with easier problems and then moving to more difficult ones that would be more time consuming. I have covered quite a lot until now with regards to like secrets, deployments, replica sets, or pods, services, PVCs. So in this video, I will keep it short and simple. We will be looking at the configuration of a deployment with respect to pods. So I have a deployment file and I will go ahead and apply it. So k apply -f example 12.yaml, and here you will see the deployment savage app is invalid, and it is giving us why it is invalid. And this is one point that I have been repeating in this series is Kubernetes error messages are quite user friendly. They will tell you exactly what the problem is. So here it is saying that the spec, template, metadata, and labels has an invalid value. And it also gives you the value app equal to front end v2, and it will also tell you what the error is. It is that selector does not match the template labels. So what can we do over here? The deployment didn't get deployed. If I do a kget deploy and kget pods, none of them would work because the deployment is invalid. So if I do a vim on example 12, over here, this is very simple deployment. It has the kind deployment, the name of the deployment replicas. It has a selector matchLabels, which is app equal to front end v1. And this template metadata labels app equal to front end v2 is what is going to the pod. So this is the deployment label, and the deployment label should always match the pod label. If they don't match, you will get that error message that we were getting. So if I go back to the error message, it says spec template metadata labels has an invalid value of front end v1. And it is telling you that the selector does not match the template. I will copy this message. We will go back, and at the end of this line, at the end of this file, I'm going to paste the error message so we can go over it right here. So it says spec template over here, metadata labels has an invalid value. This value is invalid, and it says that selector, which is over here, does not match template label. So the selector label does not match the template label. So a very easy fix, you go over here and change this to V1. Now what this deployment would do is it would deploy 3 pods, and those 3 pods would have a label of front end V1. This is how Kubernetes would know that these 3 pods deployed with this label is connected to this deployment. So let's save and quit and apply again, and you will see that it created it properly. And if I do kget deploy and kget pods, you will see that the deployment has 3 ready pods and they are coming up right now. So if I do this, one of them is still running. I'll give it some time. And if I do it now, you can see all of them are running. So the way the deployment knows that these 3 pods belong to that deployment is through that label. That is why when the labels are incorrect, the Kubernetes cannot understand which deployment is handling which pods, and it will refuse to deploy until we correct the labels. And let's see if we got replica sets. So we also have the replica set for this deployment. So a very short video, guys. I just wanted to show you the importance of labels when it comes to deployments and pods. Remember, label is like a name for Kubernetes. Like you need to attach things, and you do that using labels. So labels are quite important concept, and you cannot avoid them. So you should know how to annotate labels, why it is used, where it is used, and that's all. That is it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.